It all started on a Monday when Jerry R. Emmons sat in the control room of the Big Ear radio telescope near Delaware, Ohio, and circled a strange sequence on a paper printout, 6EQUJ5, and wrote a single word in the margin: wow. It was August 15, 1977. The spike had come from the vicinity of the hydrogen line at 1,420 megahertz, the quiet band radio astronomers long agreed might carry deliberate messages. For decades, the signal was a mystery, intense, narrowband, never seen again. The record of that night lived in boxes at Ohio State University, in stacks of paper and fading tapes. For the world, it remained an enigma. For a few, it became an obsession. In the late 1990s, Dr. Jill Tarter at the SETI Institute mentioned the WOW in interviews. Journalists speculated. Conspiracy forums grew. But the story took a new turn in 2017 when Maya Alvarez, a young radio engineer at OSU, digitized the archival printouts and ran them through contemporary pattern recognition algorithms. Maya's program did something no one had tried. It treated the printout not as a single transient event, but as a multi-dimensional waveform folded into time, frequency, and phase. In that folded data, she found a subpattern, minute, systematic Doppler microshifts across the burst that mapped, improbably, to terrestrial coordinates when converted through a prime number indexing she discovered in the spectral envelope. The coordinates, when plotted on an Ohio map, clustered along an arc of ancient earthworks and mounds: Newark, Fort Ancient, the Serpent Mound Corridor. The discovery was immediately controversial. SETI colleagues cautioned restraint. Local archaeologists were skeptical. But a small grant from a private foundation and a permit from the Ohio Historical Society sent Maya and a team of geophysicists and archaeologists into a peatland 3 miles from Serpent Mound in the spring of 2019. They deployed ground-penetrating radar, magnetometers, and a new quantum resonance scanning rig lent by a lab in Tokyo. At 3 meters depth, their instruments returned an anomaly, a void lined with vitrified glass and metal. When the team carefully unearthed the fist-sized sphere, polished, pocked, and impossible to date with conventional carbon methods, it emitted a faint harmonic when exposed to the original WOW printout held close. The sphere served as a transducer. Under low-frequency stimulation, the bead projected a trembling lattice of light into the damp air, a map not of stars, but of land, overlaying the Newark earthworks with impossible precision, and overlaying still another image beneath it, an echo of events that had not yet happened. Word of the find leaked. Federal agents visited the dig. Ohio's governor requested inventory. Ethicists asked whether the team had found an archaeological artifact or a technology. The academic journals split. Some published the geophysical data and dating anomalies. Others refused. In the months that followed, laboratory analysis hinted at processes that were neither entirely natural nor clearly manufactured. A silica fusion not unlike fulgurites, but arranged in crystalline lattices that encoded phase-shifted radio data. Maya posited a thesis that sounded like science fiction. The WOW was a beacon tuned to a terrestrial resonator placed in the Ohio lowlands centuries, perhaps millennia before the message was recorded, an artifact that registered and later replayed a cosmic pulse. The pulse, folded through the artifact's microstructure, encoded both spatial coordinates and a kind of temporal signature, an imprint that could align past and future perceptions for a brief moment. Nobody could prove origin. The sphere defied provenance and radiometric clocks. But the discovery recast the WOW as more than an isolated blip. It became the first documented case of a cross-domain artifact, one that bridged radio astronomy, archaeology, and the physics of information. In lecture halls and late-night documentaries, the image of Jerry Emmons' handwritten WOW sits beside photos of the Peat sphere and the light lattice map. Whether the signal came from deep space, from an ancient terrestrial intelligence, or from some fold in physics we have yet to name, the episode altered how scientists listen. Discovery, this story insists, is not a single revelation, but a chain of attention across decades. a volunteer at a radio telescope, a printed exclamation, a patient digitization, and a peat bog that finally, reluctantly, yielded a secret. The world learned to ask differently and to keep listening.